As far as I'm concerned, is that Shane is a son who's very, very talented, loved very much by us, extremely trustworthy, and of course of whom we're very proud.
I never comment on Shane's private life.
Right.
There's so much more to comment upon.
Sure.
His magnificent genius that I've had the privilege to have custody over during the formative years.
And Shane said to me, buy Spider a drink, it's his birthday. And I told him to F off. Because I wasn't going to buy him a drink. Anyway, that's how we met. And I just felt impressed by the arrogance, I think.
Yeah.
I'm still impressed by the arrogance.
The bar's almost empty, everybody's gone, and I get a tap on the shoulder. And it's Shane MacGowan. And he says, "Oi, I need a place to stay." And I said, "You got to be kidding me. 3 hours ago we were fighting on the floor." He said, "That was 3 hours ago. Now I need a place to stay." And I said, "Well, what about your mates?" And he said, "They're gone." And I was so kind of impressed with his directness that I said, "Well, do you want a drink?" And he said, "Sure." So we sat and had the last drink, walked back to my hotel. I got out a bunch of blankets and I made a bed for him on the couch and a pillow, and he went to sleep and I went to sleep. And I got up in the morning expecting him to still be there because it was quite early. And all the blankets were perfectly folded. You couldn't have done it better. The pillow was on top of the blankets. And as I looked over to the desk, there was a note that he had written on the hotel stationery. And it was the most beautiful letter I'd ever read. It was like poetry. And it was just a thank you note. But it was so generous, and the things he had to say about me and our night and humanity and everything. And it was quite long. Yes. And I've still got this letter to this day because it changed my perspective.
I can imagine.
Don't judge a book by its cover, and very rarely trust first encounter.
I truly believe that 100 years from now, most of us will be forgotten. But I do believe that Shane's music is going to be remembered and sung. It's just deep in the nature of it, you know. So he's a master for me, and a deep appreciation of his work and the work he did with the Pogues.
I've been very, very lucky to have a long history with Shane, you know, MacGowan, and he's. Before I met him, I was fascinated by his language, his ability to make these incredibly moving, powerful songs, and was so prolific, yet at the same time, you know, kind of being on the heels of the devil. And about 35 years ago was when I met Shane, you know. He was exactly who he has always been and will always be. For the first, I don't know, couple of months that you know him, insults become a, you realize that they're a gift, because he'll only insult you if he loves you. I really wanted the world to be able to see definitively, and very importantly, who Shane MacGowan is, and what his legacy is. He's, for me, one of the greatest poets of the, of any time. He's. If you read Shane's lyrics and go back and read François Villon, you know, the great French poet, you'll see similarities. Shane is one of those people. He's special. I think I'm done.